Hey, what it do? What's good, motives? It's the one and only Tone Motivates back with another episode of The Shades of Tone. So today we're going to be chatting about reclaiming our power and turning pain into purpose. You know I got to hit you with a quote. So the quote is, "Be patient and tough. Someday this pain will be useful to you." And that's by Ovid. So let's set the scene. Pain as a catalyst. So pain is like a plot twist in the movie of your life. You didn't see it coming, it's messy, but it has the power to make you the hero of your own story. Turning pain into purpose doesn't mean ignoring the hard stuff. It means using it as fuel for growth, resilience, and transformation. Story time. So I downplayed and hid my true self because I was self-conscious. Even though I could exude that confidence, deep down, I did care what people thought of me. And I thought that I wouldn't be accepted and that I'd be judged by those I cared for most while hurting who I cared about the most. So I created a brand that showcased people like me and created a journal helping you outline what you want in life, and currently writing an ebook to process my struggles. I became a 2-time entrepreneur that strives to let others know they're not alone no matter what their path is. With that being said, what's one challenge you face that you've learned from? How has it shaped who you are today? I want to show you some resilience in action and tell you about a few experiences of others' transformations that I've witnessed. One of my mentors was a teacher and felt like he hit a dead end until he stumbled upon financial services. It took some time, but he made a choice, ran with it, stayed committed, and now 20 years later, he is in the top part of his region and has dozens of folks he mentors to do the same. I also have a family member that was a victim of domestic violence and had to flee and start over from scratch. She started her spiritual journey amongst all of that and made it a part of her business. She's even planning to take it to schools to talk to young girls and share her story. So turning pain into a path to let other people know that they're not alone and that they don't have to go through that. Now, last but not least, one of my fellow Grameen America members battled cancer and now runs workshops teaching others to find strength in struggle. You can find more info on that at GrameenAmerica.org. So I said all that to say because I want you guys to think of a tough moment in your life. If it were a chapter in your story, what would the title be? I think mine would be A Pretty Mess. Word, like, it is what it is. I'm human. I'm only 2 steps ahead of y'all, you know? And I like to be as transparent as possible, but all of us have facades in some way, and we're just trying to make it. We're just trying to figure things out on our own. So don't downplay yourself. Take accountability and keep it moving. Now let's go through some steps to reclaim our power. Step 1, acknowledge the pain. Pretending pain doesn't exist is like putting Band-Aid on a broken bone. It's not fixing anything. Take 5 minutes to write about a painful experience. How did it make you feel, and what did it teach you? Step 2, find the lesson. Sometimes the hardest moments are our greatest teachers. They show us strength we didn't know we had. If your pain could teach a class, what would the subject be? Courage, perseverance, compassion? Step 3, take action. Here are some tips for turning pain into purpose. Create something like art, writing, or a project. Help others, for example, mentorship, volunteering, sharing your story. I challenge you. What's one small step you can take to turn your pain into action? Is it writing a blog post, joining a support group, or starting that passion project you've been dreaming about? If so, take that one step today, even if it's just writing it down on a piece of paper. Come back to it tomorrow and add something to it, and so far and so forth. Step 4, celebrate your progress. Healing isn't a one and done deal. It's like learning to dance. You'll stumble, but every step forward is worth celebrating. Let's reflect together. What's one way you've grown stronger through a challenge? How can you honor that growth today? Now let's talk about that ripple effect, okay? The ripple effect of purpose has impact on others. Turning pain into purpose is like tossing a pebble into a pond. The ripples of your story inspire others to create their own waves. Have you turned pain into purpose? I'd love to hear your story and maybe share it on a future episode. If your life were a motivational movie, what would your tagline be? Think big. This is your moment to shine. Now, you didn't choose the pain, but you can choose what to do with it. Your story has power and is still being written. Think of yourself as a phoenix. Yes, the fire hurts, but it's also where you rise, stronger and more vibrant than ever. What's one way you'll reclaim your power today? Write it down, say it out loud, and believe it. You're capable of incredible things. And with that being said, if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. And don't forget to let me know. How are you turning your pain into purpose? As always, always love. To respond to a question, make a suggestion for an episode, to be a guest, or give feedback, reach out to us at info@tonemotivates.com. You can also find us on social media at Tone Motivates on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and at Shades of Tone _podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can find us at tonemotivates.com, where all of those links are as well.